My morals.
But he's definitely the reason why I'm here today.
Our dad never pushed us to do anything. He was there for us when we needed it.
He always keeps me positive, keeps me going, and can't thank him enough for where I'm at today. It's all because of him.
It was a pitcher's duel Friday night, but yesterday the Pirates' bats broke loose for 4 home runs to even the series at a game apiece. Today, the Indians will be calling on all their superhero friends for a much-needed series win as Genmar Gomez vies for his 5th victory. It's a Father's Day matinee, and it's next on Sports Time Ohio. It's a warm, humid Sunday in downtown Cleveland as the Indians and the Pirates put the wraps on this 3-game interleague weekend series. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. A happy Father's Day to all of you out there, and a happy Father's Day to you as well.
You too, my friend.
Hey, the series so far entertaining. Indians get the first game. Pirates beat them up last night, so it all hangs in the balance now. But for the Indians to get a series win, they've got to find some way to push some runs across home plate because, Rick, they haven't been able to do it in the last week or so.
Well, when you look at the last 7 games, it's been a bad combination of both the bullpen and the offense. The bottom part of the lineup has really struggled, averaging just over about 2.5 runs a ball game. Look at that with runners in scoring position. 4 for 47. That is not going to get it done. But the bullpen ERA is up over 9. They've allowed 5 home runs, so it's been a bad combination. If the starters don't give you a good 7 and you have that lead to get to the good part of the bullpen, I mean, that's the only way it's worked out for the Indians. They got to get it back and score a few runs and take some pressure off the bullpen.
Well, we'll see if they can do that today. Genmar Gomez will get the start for the Indians as we look at our Nissan road-ahead pitching matchup.
Well, for Genmar Gomez, he's been basically a 5-inning pitcher for his last 4 games. The real Genmar has to show up today. He's got to trust that sinker, be aggressive going at the hitters, challenge him with that slider and his changeup. But the last 4 games where he's allowed 41 base runners on just 20 2/3 innings, he'll be matched up against Brad Lincoln, who's making his 4th start. He has struggled as a starter, but he's been pitching out of the bullpen most of the year.
Get to a Nissan dealer for great deals on innovation you can count on. The winner of today's game not only wins the series, but they'll take the lead in the all-time series between these 2 clubs. We're back with the play-by-play action on this Father's Day in downtown Cleveland. Coming up next. There really is no other sport in America that translates from generation to generation quite like the game of baseball. And once again, on this Father's Day. A happy Father's Day to all the dads out there watching as the Indians and the Pirates finish up their 3-game weekend interleague clash. Indians winning on Friday night. Pittsburgh bouncing back to win Game 2 yesterday in the late afternoon start. And here today, Genmar Gomez will get the start for Cleveland, and he'll face this Pirates starting lineup brought to you by Kia. Alex Presley leading off, followed by Neil Walker, and then Andrew McCutchen. Garrett Jones batting cleanup. Casey McGee hits 5th, and the suddenly surging Pedro Alvarez will bat 6th. Matt Haig DHing bat 7th, and Clint Barmas and Michael McHenry gets his first start in the series.
Let's take a look at the numbers on Genmar Gomez with a reminder to go to Indians.com and cast your ballot for this year's All-Star game in Kansas City. He'll be making his 12th start this year, a record of 4-5 and an ERA of 4.71. His last start against the Reds was a loss where he went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, a couple of runs. One of them was earned, but he ran into a buzzsaw when he had Johnny Cueto, who tossed a complete game victory, and they could not score on him. But he's going to have to come out here and try and pitch more than 5. Take a look at the Indians' defense, brought to you by Pat O'Brien Chevrolet, with 4 convenient locations and the best selection of Chevrolets in Northeast Ohio. It's Damon, Brantley, and Chu in the outfield. It'll be Hanahan, Cabrera, Kipnis, and Kochman on the infield, with Lou Marson doing the catching.
Adrian Johnson will call the balls and strikes. Crew chief Gary Cederstrom at first base. Lance Barksdale at second. Field and Culbreth down at third. This Indians-Pirates series all weekend long, brought to you by Levin Furniture. And it's been a very entertaining series so far. One more to wrap it up here today. And both teams coming in with identical records of 33 and 31. The Indians a game and a half in back of Chicago in the AL Central. Pittsburgh 4 games in back of Cincinnati in the National League Central Division. So Alex Presley steps in. We're ready to go. Genmar Gomez fires a first pitch strike. .78 degrees our game time temperature under cloudy skies once again. Walker with a ground ball to first, scooped up by Kochman. 1 away. Did you get any rain out at your house this morning?
No, did not have any. It drizzled just a little bit on the way in.
Had a few showers here in downtown Cleveland and to the west of the city, but they are calling for scattered showers and storms here today. So far, so good. And with 1 out, Neil Walker steps in. 3 out of 7 in the series. Switch hitter looks at ball 1 outside.
Genmar Gomez in interleague play. He is 1-1 this year. Both of them. The one start against the Miami Marlins, he pitched a beauty, 6 1/3, and he shut them out. He left leading 2-0. And then his last start against the Reds came a loss. So he gets his first look at the Pirates today.
The 2-0 to Walker. He lines it into right field. Chu on the run. He bobbled it slightly, and Walker had a notion about going for 2, but he wisely holds at first with a 1-out single.
There's a little two-seamer that he threw it middle of the plate, and then Walker made him pay. Lined a base hit into right. Chu was setting him up right there. He was waiting for him to go.
Here is Andrew McCutchen now, 2 for 8 in the series. Both hits coming in yesterday's game. And he lines it to right field. Chu is there to make the catch. And again, Walker scampers back to first, 2 down. Injury report brought to you by Elk & Elk. Serious lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Travis Hafner with the knee surgery on the DL, obviously. And Rafi Perez, Grady Sizemore, Carlos Carrasco. Doesn't seem to be any, real timetable for Grady Sizemore, other than doesn't seem likely that we'll see him anytime before the All-Star break. Garrett Jones, 2 out of 7 in the series. 7 homers, 22 driven in. He has 9 doubles. Jones has had a good month of June so far. In 12 games, he's hit .333.
Well, the Pirates, they've won 5 of their last 6 series coming into this one. With a win today, they could remain hot. The one they did lose was against Baltimore before they came into this series. They were swept.
Now, the Indians are trying to reverse a trend. They've lost their last 3 home games in the rubber game of a series, losing to Minnesota, Kansas City, and Miami. Overall, in a rubber game, they're 5-4.
That's after winning the first game of the series. That's been the good thing. I mean, they've been able to win the first game, but here at home, all 4 losses have come at home. When you're talking about the series with the opportunities to win.
Two and 2 the count for Garrett Jones. Bouncer to first. Kochman has it, and that will end the inning. Scoreless first for Pittsburgh. The Indians coming to bat when we come back. The first, and let's take a look at the Tribe's starting lineup for Matty Actor, brought to you by Progressive Insurance, proud to be the official auto insurance provider of the Cleveland Indians. Shin-Soo Choo, hitless in the series, will lead it off. Then it's Asdrubal Cabrera and Jason Kipnis. Jose Lopez, Michael Brantley, Jack Hanahan in the middle, followed by Johnny Damon, Casey Kochman, and Lou Marson.
27-year-old Brad Lincoln on the mound for the Pirates. Only his 4th start this year. His last start at Baltimore, he went 4 1/3, gave up 9 hits and 4 runs. He has made a start against the Indians before in interleague play. It was a no decision.
Chu trying to get it going again offensively. He is in a rut. 0 for his last 10. In the air to center, McCutchen broke in and then over a few strides to make the catch. 1 away. Our great clip of the game from yesterday is Asdrubal Cabrera with a home run, his 6th on the year. Great clips. It's going to be great.
Yeah, the amazing thing, all 6 home runs of Asdrubal's have been solo shots.
And that was it for the Indians yesterday. A couple of solo homers. Back out of play. has dribbled 2 for 5 in the series. And he pops him up. Back goes the shortstop Barmas. Having trouble with it, but he hangs on for out number 2.
That was an awful high fly ball for no outfielder to come in and help him out. Let's take a look at the Home Depot Pirates defense. Presley is in left. He was out there singing. McCutchen at center. Jones is in right. Alvarez at third. Barmas at short. Walker at second. McGee at first. McHenry behind the plate.
Ain't nothing but a hand.
More savings, more doing. That's the power of Home Depot.
Jason Kipnis batting third today, 2 out of 8 in the series. Looks at ball 1 up high. Takes a strike to even the count. He tried to hold up, but he went around. Down to the count now, a ball and 2 strikes. It would appear to be one of those days that should you get the ball up in the air, you'll get a little help. Wind is blowing straight out.
A little warm, humid day, so it should have a little carry to it.
You would think so. Missed inside. Pretty good pitch, though, at 95 miles an hour. Kipnis able to lay off, and it's 2-2. That's out of play. And again, the 2-2 offering from Lincoln. Hit foul up the third base side.
You know, telling that Lincoln is only his 4th start. They have had a couple of guys hurt that were in the starting rotations, Karstens and also Morton. So you would think with that mentality coming out of the bullpen, pound the strike zone, because, you know, when you're not stretched out, you could be on a pitch limit. You come out and try and throw as many strikes as possible.
8 out of 10 so far strikes for Lincoln. Kipnis sends a high drive, deep right center field. Jones back, looking up, it is gone to Souvenir City. Jason Kipnis with his 11th home run of the year gives the Indians a 1-0 lead. And again, we got that ball up into that jet stream, and it just carried it out of here.
Well, it's number 11 for Kipnis. 6th home run given up, but you can see he got under it enough, and it had that good spin to it. The backspin to carry that ball out of here. Hit it high, and Jones is going to run out of room as it makes it to the first row. Might have hit that railing and shot straight up in the air. So a solo home run for the Indians, and they will take a 1-0 lead.
Jose Lopez DHing today and batting cleanup. Lincoln falls behind 2-0 after giving up the home run to Jason Kipnis with 2 outs in the first. He sends one high in the air to center field where McCutchen has it measured. And the inning is over. Jason Kipnis stakes the Indians to an early 1-0 lead after an inning. brought to you by McDonald's Cherry Berry Chiller. Cherry and raspberry flavors blended with ice and 100% fruit juice. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. 1-0 Indians as we go to the second inning. Casey McGee, Pedro Alvarez, and Matt Haig due up for Pittsburgh. And McGee takes a strike over the outside corner. And it's quickly 0-2.
Well, when Gomez has an 0-2 count on hitters, he's been very good this year, just 2 for 30.
Fouled back. That got a piece of Marson. And he'll try to limp it off.
There's one of those deflections right down and into the foot. So he's going to walk the ball back and take a little time to get that stinging out of there.
Just missing with that pitch. McGee has had a good series, going 4 for 8. Line by Hanahan at third into left field. And the Pirates get their leadoff man on board here in the second inning.
He's been swinging the bat well, and Genmar had him down in the count 0-2, but on the 1-2 pitch, he finds a way to get a base hit. Has 4 multi-hit games in his last 5. Does McGee, and he's off to a good start this afternoon. The second hit for the Pirates. That's something they did yesterday, too. After the Indians scored, Jimenez couldn't come out and really lock them down and have a shutdown inning.
Pedro Alvarez pops it high in the air. Shallow left. Out goes Hanahan. Calling for it. Makes the catch and runs into Damon, the left fielder. Knocked the lid off of Hanahan, but he makes the catch and appears to be A-OK.
Well, one of those plays where, you know, he's battling the sun right there. If the left field, if Damon can come in and call for it, I don't see Damon saying a word. He didn't call for it, so that way Hanahan doesn't know he's coming in. So he's going to go, and then they have that little collision. You've got to communicate. Infielders go out until they hear the outfielder calling for it, and then they'll peel off.
1 on, 1 out for Matt Haig, the DH. 1 hit as a pinch hitter in the series, 1 for 1. You see Haig's numbers on the year, 220 batting average.
Yes, he did.
Close pitch.
Tommy gave me a neat little note right here where he says this is the 6th straight start for Gomez where the Indians have scored first. And they've been able to put runs on the board for him to go out there and maybe relax a little bit. He's 1-2 and lost 3.
Grounded to short. Cabrera to Kipnis on to first. An inning-ending double play. Gomez gets the 2-for-1 ball, and we go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Cleveland. 1-0. The Indians on top as we go now to the bottom of the second. For the Tribe, Michael Brantley, Jack Hanahan, and Johnny Damon due up. Brantley 1 for 7 in the series, had his hitting streak stopped at 22 games. Stat of the game brought to you by your Northern Ohio GMC dealers.
That's a nice streak right there. 22 games. That's hard to do. Well, you come back and get a knock that first at bat and get you going for another one. His last couple of times he had to do it in his last at bat to keep the streak going.
Hit off the foot of Brantley, and it's 2-2, leading off the bottom of the second inning. Warm and humid here in downtown Cleveland. Lincoln fires, and Brantley just emergency swing fought it off.
That was late, recognizing that pitch might be a strike, so it's an emergency swing, and he gets a piece of it and shoots it straight over this way. Look at that. But you find a way to foul it off and stay alive for another pitch.
That one he sends into the Pirates dugout. Brantley's taking shots at everyone.
Sharing the wealth. He's spreading them all over the place.
Well, this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And again, Brantley just able to reach out and flick it back to the screen. Gets himself a chance to see another pitch.
Boy, what an at-bat.
That one goes into the seats over top of the dugout.
Lincoln saying, what do I have to throw this guy to get him out? That's 6 foul balls. He's throwing almost as many pitches to Brantley as he did in the first inning.
Still throwing a lot of strikes is Lincoln, 17 out of 23. But he can't seem to get one past Brantley. And that glances off the bat on a check swing. That might have been a ball. Rings him up on a borderline pitch. Brantley can't believe it after all of that.
Well, he comes back and he says, okay, I've gone inside a couple of times. I'm going to try and hit the target away. They're sitting away.
Oh, and Brantley's got a legitimate
well,
right there.
Yes, you're right. I mean, he was up there. He knows that had some movement to it. He gets the call. So Adrian Johnson may be a pitcher's zone today.
Jack Hanahan goes after the first pitch, lifts it to left, and that's out number 2. There's More from Jack Hanahan on playing on Father's Day.
He was just a dad, you know. He just supported me, and he wasn't always calling the coaches or, you know, making me, you know, swing or take ground balls. He was just a supportive dad, and, you know, I think that's what really made me who I am today.
Johnny Damon takes a strike at the knees. You'll notice the players wearing the powder blue wristbands. Rick and I had those when we were in Cincinnati when Michael Milken visited with us. Those are to help raise awareness for prostate cancer. Damon punches one into left field for a base hit, and a 2-out single keeps the inning alive. Take a look at our AT&T trivia question today. Since 1960, 4 father-son combinations have played for the Indians. Since 1960. We'll have the answer coming up later in the game. Damon takes off on the first pitch, and the throw down, not in time. Johnny has his second steal as an Indian. And he's in scoring position now with 2 down.
Well, a good jump. He knows how to steal bases, and he was off and running. If you do it, you have to do it early, and that was close because it looked like he might have tagged him before he got to the bag, but he goes in there head first. We'll get his second stolen base.
And an RBI opportunity for Casey Kochman, who is 3 for 7 in the series with a home run.
Watch where the tag is at on his thigh. Does his hand get in there yet? Let's see. That's close. Awfully close from that angle.
Now the 1-1. Ground ball up the middle with the shift on. Walker can't come up with it. And around third scoring is Johnny Damon. 2-0 Cleveland. Well, there's a case where the shift might have hurt the Pirates.
Well, I'm amazed that they played Kochman that deep. You know, I know he's a ground ball hitter, and he's hit a lot of ground balls, but to play him in the outfield is beyond me. That's the first I've ever seen. Now, if Walker would have came up with it cleanly, and with 2 outs, you're expecting the runner to go and just field the ball and not throw him out. That's one thing. But he boots the ball, and Damon's able to score all the way from second base with 2 outs, so they do the Indians a favor. We'll see how they score it.
Base hit and an RBI for Casey Kochman. Lou Marson, batting 9th. Takes a strike over the inside corner. Marson was 6 for 14 on the Indians' just recently concluded road trip. He went 3 for 4 in the series against Cincinnati.
Well, you can see Lou, once the at-bat started becoming more and more, he's been able to turn it around and get a feel at home plate at least.
A little bit outside. So the stolen base pays off for the Indians here in the second inning. All of this happening after there were 2 outs, nobody on base. He wanted to go, but couldn't pull the trigger, and it's called a strike. 2-2. Kochman held at first by McGee. And Marson sends it right back through the box. Hit it right off the top of the pitcher's mound, and it skips into center field. Kochman stops at second. 3 straight hits in the inning for the Indians. And coming from the bottom of the order. And with more on Indians catcher Lou Marson, here's Katie with him.
Well, Matt, you and Rick mentioned he's getting some consistent at-bats, but he's also done a little bit different with his mechanics up there at the plate. He's changed his pre-pitch routine. If you notice, he starts with his hands a little bit higher, allowing him to work above the ball. And in his last 10 game, guys, he's hitting 400.
Well, that helps. Plus, when you're doing something new and you have a little success with it, you get a little confidence and you can build on it from there.
Ray Searage, the Pirates pitching coach, out to talk with Lincoln. 3 straight hits after 2 outs in the inning. And now Shin-Soo Choo will get a chance to bat. Fly to center his first time up. Yesterday, the Indians did not pick up a hit with 2 outs. Today, already 4 for 5. Chu looks at a first pitch breaking ball for strike 1. Bang foul. And Chu in the hole 0-2. Tribe on top 2-0 with a run in each of the first 2 frames. Looking for more here in the second. Sun breaking through the thick cloud cover in downtown Cleveland. And on the 0-2 pitch, Chu strikes out again. 2-0 Tribe after 2. Just a reminder as you enjoy Cold One to stay tuned later in the game for Miller Time, brought to you by Miller Lite. It's a 2-0 Indians lead, 3rd inning. For Pittsburgh, Clint Barmas, Michael McHenry, and Alex Presley do up. Barmas 0 for 4 yesterday and batting a .192 on the year. Upstairs with it, 2-0. There's a called strike.
Another decent crowd today here on Father's Day.
Yeah, it looks like we'll be above 30,000 for the third straight game.
Yes, indeed. Well, you know that one hit his foot because it stayed on the ground and it rolled quite somewhat. Looks like Dick is picking it up down there past the tarp. Pretty soon, spring football. There he is. There's Mike Ditka.
He's even animated
Glenn.
right there.
Yeah, he is. He's right there. Good headshot.
Michael Brantley, geez, he moved maybe 2 steps to his left to make that catch. Back to the field. Here's Katie Witham.
Thanks, Matt. Well, you Asdrubal Cabrera fans, make sure you're at the ballpark tomorrow night, Monday, June 18th. We're giving away the Asdrubal Cabrera bobblehead. Get here early. The first 15,000 fans through the gates will take one home. Log on to Indians.com and get your tickets now.
Michael McHenry, batting just 183 on the year. Looks at a fastball away. Back it goes. Two balls and a strike. Painted the outside corner with it. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes now, with one out here in the third.
Well, that's the one thing you want to do. You want to make the Pirates hit their way on. They are last in the National League in walks with 151 as a team. Batting average, they're last. Runs scored. That's a team where you don't want to give them any extra base runners and makes a perfect pitch.
He went right back to the same pitch, Rick. He went right back outside corner and just locked him out.
Well, watch the comeback to it. They're sitting. Marson's sitting away. That target's a little bit off the plate, so he starts it at the target, and you see the comeback to it. Just a perfect pitch. On the outside corner, you see the kind of movement he has right there. McHenry gives up on it, and Gomez gets his first strikeout.
Top of the order, Alex Presley, a ground out to first. His first time up, takes a strike.
So the first time through the lineup, they were 2 for 9. And when you look at the numbers for Gomez on the year, the first time through, teams hit 226 off him. Second time, it goes up to 272. And then up over 300 the third time.
Up the middle it goes. Backhanded by Kipnis. Off balance throw in time to get him. And the Pirates go 1-2-3. So a good inning of work for Genmar Gomez. And we go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 try. bottom of the third inning. As Dribble Cabrera popped up on the infield his first time up.
So far, all 4 Indians hits have come in this ball game with 2 outs. The Kipnis home run in the first, and then the 3 consecutive singles in the second. And in that second inning, Matt, there were 2 down, nobody on. And again, that's the 35th run that the Indians have scored with 2 out and nobody on this year. Which it seems like a lot. You know, the pitcher has an opportunity to get out of the inning. They've been pretty good at that this year.
Up high, 2-2.
Here's a little chin music.
Lincoln delivers the 2-2, and it's a little bit outside. And a full count. Now the payoff. Cabrera hammers it into right field. And the Indians had their leadoff man aboard for the first time today.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Boy, Cabrera just muscled that ball out of here. He tried to go inside, and I mean, he just pulled the hands in and muscled it into right. Look, that's a good pitch. He brought the hands in, and, you know, it's above the belt, too, so that's a tough pitch for a left-hander to hit because Cabrera, especially a good low ball hitter, he did a good job there to get a knock.
Jason Kipnis with a solo home run his first time up, gives him 11 on the year. Again, we talked about this the other day. It's amazing how much attention Cabrera draws for a guy who has 2 steals and really just doesn't run that much.
Well, as you know, we all know, it comes over from the other bench. They signal it in on what they want their pitchers to do.
Back in the first inning, Jason Kipnis sent one high in the air to deep right center field. Just cleared the wall for his 11th home run of the year, giving the Indians the early lead. Lines this one to center. McCutchen on the move, can't get to it. Plays it on a hop, and the Indians have back-to-back hits here in the third. They strung 3 consecutive hits together in the second, but there were 2 men out when they did that. Now they start the third with back-to-back knocks.
Well, Jason stayed on this ball down. It looked like it might have been a changeup away off the end of the bat, but used the big part of the field to get the base hit, keep it in front of McCutchen. So out of the 6 hits after Kipnis' home run, it's been 5 singles. And a good start here to the third inning, and they're looking to score for the 3rd straight inning. You like that. Offensively, they need one of those games.
Jose Lopez fly to center his first time up. And he pops it up. right at home plate. On the first pitch, he makes out number 1. Our minor league update is presented by University Hospitals. Russ Kanzler last night in a 6-1 win for the Columbus Clippers. Homered and doubled, driving in 5 runs. Swinging the bat much better of late. Michael Brantley called out on strikes on what appeared to be a ball outside. An 11-pitch at bat his first time up.
Yeah, Michael, one of the toughest guys to strike out in the league, and he does not go outside the strike zone often. And it was a great at bat. It was a 10 or 11 pitch at bat, but Adrian Johnson got him.
Drives this one to deep center. McCutchen back. He'll have room. He runs it down. Cabrera gets back to second. He tags and moves to third, but now there are 2 down in the inning. Oh, this has been a kind of a microcosm of their offensive struggles lately. When they do struggle hits together, when they do string hits together, they can't get that one hit to break the dam loose. They get the 3 straight hits in the second inning, albeit with 2 outs. They do get a run in, but then the strikeout of Chu ends that inning. You get the back-to-back hits to start the third, and then back-to-back easy outs.
Yeah, you go in cycles. I mean, it's one of those things. Now it's going to take a big 2-out base hit, and you pretty much have the right man to do it.
Well, early in the year, he was the guy that got him going with 2 outs. He was their 2-out RBI ringleader.
Right. He was the one that got it off to such a great start. And it seems like your offense, when you're sputtering with runners in scoring position like the Indians have been doing, we showed you the numbers. What were they, 4 for 47 or something like that?
Yep.
But when you get that first 2-out base hit, it seems to loosen things up with the offense, and they don't feel the pressure. This is an offense where there's not a lot of power. And, you just feel it. Everybody wants to try and do it instead of just relaxing and letting it go. When you're going good and you've got some production through the quadrants, the first third, second third, or, the bottom third of your lineup, and you're firing on all cylinders, you're more relaxed. It's more fun.
Runner on first breaks, no throw, and a steal for Jason Kipnis, his 17th. So now 2 men in scoring position with 2 down for Jack Hanahan.
Second steal of the day for the Tribe. They're just off and running.
League leaders brought to you by your Cleveland Akron area Lexus dealers. And with that steal, Kipnis now tops in the American League. Now let's see if Jack Hanahan can make that stolen base pay off. They did in the second inning. And the stolen base by Damon enabled him to score on the base hit by Kochman. Bounce to first, and a routine play for McGee will end the inning. Tribe strands a pair, and after 3, it's Cleveland 2, Pittsburgh 0. 2-0 lead over the Pirates as we go to the fourth inning. Neil Walker, Andrew McCutchen, and Garrett Jones due up for Pittsburgh. Very nice Father's Day crowd here at the ballpark today. And in addition to the ball game, Rick, they continue to be entertained by Marine Week activities. They had a fighter jet buzz the tower a little while ago. Helicopters buzzing overhead as well.
Yeah, the third straight day we had a flyover after the anthem.
Neil Walker, base hit his first time up, takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Neil Walker has hit 4 home runs on the year, 28 in his career with the Pirates, and already moving up the all-time home run list by a Pirates second baseman as he grounds out here. One away. He's one behind Freddie Sanchez for 6th best all-time among Pirates second basemen. Then ahead of Sanchez, you've got Rennie Stennett, Jose Castillo, Johnny Ray, George Grantham, and then Bill Mazeroski, the gold standard in Pittsburgh for second baseman. Here's Andrew McCutchen, line to right, his first time up.
One thing that bodes well for Gomez today, 6 of the Pittsburgh hitters have gone down in 3 pitches or less. That's what you like to see from him. Pitch to contact, don't nibble. Stay aggressive and make him put the ball in play and use your defense. Seems to me in his last 4 starts or so, it's been pitching away from contact, and he hasn't been as aggressive as we've seen him earlier in the year.
6 ground ball outs already with one out here in the 4th inning.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
Trust that sinker.
Driven into right field, a base hit for McCutchen.
Well, there's a guy that's going to get his base hits no matter how you pitch him.
And back to the Hyundai Studios we go for an in-game update. Here's Al Pulowski.
All right, Matt, Rick, happy Father's Day to you both. Let's go out to Detroit where the Rockies taking on the Tigers. And here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, Detroit gets the first run. Gerald Laird a double, scores Don Kelly all the way from first base. Detroit just added another run in the bottom of the 3rd. They lead it 2-0 behind Max Scherzer on the hill. Matt?
Thanks, Al, and a happy Father's Day to you as well. 1 on, 1 out. Garrett Jones ground out his first time up. Jones bounced out to first in the 1st. McCutchen with 13 steals, held on by Kochman at first base. Jones chased one in the dirt.
Well, Jones is a pretty good low ball hitter, so he sees it down there, but that ball disappears. Had good movement and chased it into the dirt. And if McCutchen can get a read, he will be off and running. He's stolen 13 out of 17 this year. And for Gomez, they have 5 stolen bases off him this year, and nobody has been thrown out to this point.
Now the 2-1. Back out of play. You know, we've talked a lot this year, Rick, about how home field advantage has sort of been neutralized this year because nobody's been able to play all that well at home. But the Pirates have the second best home record, I think, in all of baseball. They're 19-11. That's 8 games above 500.
Yes.
Had a couple of teams in the American League that are 7 above. But the only team with a better home record is the Dodgers, who are off to an incredible start at 41-25 coming into play today.
Yeah, and you look in our division, and the Indians are right at 500, and that's the best record in the division. It's hard to figure out at home. Usually that's where you make up your ground, your comfort zone. The Indians just haven't scored here.
One-hop smash, backhanded by Kipnis to second. They get the force there. Hanahan does a terrific job to hang on to it and tumble over top of McCutchen. 2 down in the inning on a terrific play by Jason Kipnis because that ball was scorched.
That is a great play on both ends. Not only Jason Kipnis. Let's call this our McDonald's I'm loving it play because you have to love it. But the shift on, Hanahan, the third baseman, had to cover. And the throw was over as Jason's losing his balance. He gets rid of the ball quickly. And you've got McCutchen coming down. A beautiful job by Hanahan to just catch the ball and keep his foot on the bag. That's a great play all the way around.
Boy, and with all the moving parts there, luckily Andrew McCutchen was able to get down and avoid taking a knee right in the face. Casey McGee, a base hit his first time up, looks at ball 1 down low. Because the way that throw, Hanahan, all his momentum was going forward. There wasn't anything he could do to get out of the way. (1-0). A little bit low, 2 balls, no strikes. Tigers out to an early 2-0 lead over Colorado. They're in the 3rd inning in Detroit. White Sox at the Dodgers today. They'll tee it up around 4. A strike called. Royals in St. Louis. They'll be underway in about 10 minutes. And the Twins hosting Milwaukee. Just about ready to get underway there at Target Field. McGee takes another strike, evens the count. Reds will be here tomorrow night to start a 3-game series. They trail the Mets 1-0 in the 3rd in the Big Apple. Cincinnati has won 5 in a row. Runner at first with 2 down and the 2-2. A little bit outside, a full count. Still in this situation, you'd much rather have Jones running at first than McCutchen.
Oh, yes. No question about it. Well, he's going to get a head start.
And a 3-2. Topper by the mound. Charging hard. Cabrera fields and fires, and he pulled Kochman off the bag. It goes into the...
He gets
or
home.
Did it go over?
Yeah, it goes into the camera bay.
Let's take a look.
I think.
Not sure where the ball went. 2nd and 3rd.
Okay. There's a play here where if he's around 2nd heading to 3rd, we'll see. Oh, he wasn't going to 3rd base, or he gets 3rd and home on the overthrow, but he was planted at 2nd base, and I don't know if there was a confusion. But Cabrera makes the wild throw over Kochman's head, so that's a break for the Indians. And Gomez right there that they only get 3rd base.
So the error by Cabrera keeps the inning alive for Pittsburgh.
That gives him 1 extra out here for Alvarez.
Remember, Jones is a big guy, and I think just the sheer size of him at 2nd base forced Cabrera to have to throw over the top of him and altered the way he would normally throw it, because you don't see him miss, not by that much when he throws to
and the
first.
reason why he could get there was a full count, and he was running on the pitch. But he couldn't. You're right. He had to be in the way because he couldn't get around the bag.
Pedro Alvarez jolts one to deep right, and it's gone. His third home run in the last 2 days.
One mistake, and it comes back and bites you, and I mean 2 pitches later, doesn't it?
Pittsburgh takes a 3-2 lead.
The 1-0 count. And this kid has been hot. Third homer in the last 2 days. An extra out in the inning, and it's a low ball, and he's a low ball hitter. And he hits a 3-run homer, and it puts the Pirates on top 3-2. His 11th home run, the 7th given up by Gomez. That's a shame.
Line drive, base hit into left field for Matt Haig, and the Pirates continue now here in this 4th inning.
Let's take a look at this throw again and watch as Jones comes down to second base. He's sitting right there. He had to duck, and that arm slot changed for Cabrera. So the throw is wide of Kochman. It gets into the camera bay. Watch. Kipnis is right there. Jones is right there. And you see how he dropped down at the end and that elbow leads? He tried to make that adjustment, couldn't do it. That's the extra out in the inning and then burned. And nothing makes you feel worse right there than giving an extra out and the pitcher can't pick you up. And he gives up a dinger, and now the Indians are trailing. That's a tough break.
Well, we talked to Pirates general manager Neil Huntington before the ball game. Neil spent a number of years here with the Indians organization in the front office, but he told us the one thing that they wanted to see more from Pedro Alvarez was for him to be more aggressive. They felt he was being too passive at the plate, taking too many good pitches, and he's been more aggressive here in these last couple of games that we've seen.
Well, he has been, and he's getting the pitches to hit that ball down that he likes.
Alvarez now with 11 homers and 31 driven in. Clint Barmas flied to center his first time up. Topper towards third, but foul.
Well, save with a KeyBank Grand Slam 4-pack. It's a terrific value for any family. You'll get 4 seats in the mezzanine level right next to the kids' clubhouse, 4 hot dogs, 4 Pepsi products, and also 4 Indians caps and a parking pass, all for $96. Log on to Indians.com for the details.
Barmas again bangs it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down here in the 4th. And the Pirates now leading it 3-2. Gomez now just over 60 pitches on the afternoon. And as Rick pointed out, unable to pick up his teammate Asdrubal Cabrera after the throwing error. Gives up the 3-run homer to Alvarez. And just like that, Pittsburgh goes in front.
Yeah, that's one where, boy, you certainly want to try and pick him up. Guy's so solid every day. You make one little mistake, and then it comes back and bites you. And, not only that, but extra pitches have had to go on in the inning. He's going to have to work his way to get out of it.
Popped him up.
That's an extra 10 pitches in this inning.
Pedro Alvarez puts Pittsburgh on top with a 3-run homer, middle of the 4th. down a run 3-2. Bottom third of the order here. Johnny Damon, Casey Kochman, and Lou Marson. Damon singled, stole a base, and scored in the second inning. I was just telling my cousin from Burgettstown, Pennsylvania, that I am done with him. He came up here, and all he did was bash Pedro Alvarez, telling me how he can't hit, he strikes out, and he's hit 3 home runs in the last 2 games.
He's making them guys liars, huh?
Yeah. Johnny Damon taking it's a called strike.
Well, the extra out. There you go. We got to get him right back. Come back and
Damon's going to dig for away. 2. He's going to go in easily with a leadoff double.
Damon now 2 for 2.
Damon blooped a single to left in the second inning. He turned on a pitch that time for his 519th career 2-bagger.
There you go. He got a pitch to his liking and drilled it down into the corner. Now, the last time the Indians last inning had first and second, nobody out, they had a total of 4 pitches, and the inning was over. We'll see if they can, maximize it here. Get him over, get him in, at least tie the game.
Casey Kochman, no, he's been a patient hitter. He's a guy that will take some pitches. Not that you want him necessarily to go up there and just go into a take mode, but certainly you want to make sure you get that good pitch to hit before you put it in play.
Well, anytime you get into a hitting situation, you want to keep the pressure on a pitcher. You look for a pitch you can drive, and you get the count in your favor. There's no hurry.
40 out of 55 pitches for strikes today from Brad Lincoln. And he comes with a good breaking ball.
There you go. You're looking for a fastball, so you take the breaking ball there. It's still just a 1-1 count now.
Garrett Jones, the right fielder, playing very deep. No shift on. Nobody in the outfield grass for Kochman as they were the last time he was up. And it's 2-1. Pittsburgh has activity in their bullpen. It's a left-hander, Tony Watson. Another breaking ball. That one finds the strike zone. And it's 2-2. It's been all off-speed stuff since that first fastball.
Well, he showed that first fastball, seeing if he was going to be aggressive trying to pull it. And then after that, he's tacked him with the off-speed pitches. That's okay. He's still down to 1 strike.
Fastball, and he foul-tipped it in and out of the glove of McHenry, so he stays alive.
Yeah, they tried to sneak one by him inside and just react. He does get a piece of it. It bounces. That ball went away. See where he was sitting? He wanted it inside. Didn't get it where he wanted to, so.
Damon tying run at second base. Nobody out here. Bottom of the 4th. And the 2-2.
There you go.
Pulls it right side. McGee the flip. Lincoln tags the bag 1 away. Damon tying run now 90 feet away. You can win a $100 gas card courtesy of your Northeast Ohio Shell retailer and True North convenience stores. Just log on to STOHD.com and enter for your chance to win. One new winner will be picked each week now until September 26th. Here's Lou Marson. He sent a bullet right up the middle his last time up for a base hit. Pirates will bring the infield in with 1 out and the tying run at third. Lincoln a first pitch fastball, but it's low and out of the strike zone, 1-0. Another fastball inside corner. He nailed it. Hit the spot he was looking for, and it's 1-1. So Lou has seen back-to-back fastballs to start this at bat. And another one.
Well, anytime you have a man on third base, less than 2 outs, those pitchers try and keep you from reaching out over the plate and just slapping it one way, so they want to make you conscious of the pitch inside. He hit with that one strike and then tried to follow it up. But the patience was there for Marson. As a hitter, when you have the infield in, it makes it so much easier. You're just looking for a pitch that you can drive and get up in the air and over the infield.
Now comes the breaking ball on the 2-1 count. And a good job of Marson to watch it bounce in the dirt. 3-1.
Patience still there. If you don't get your pitch, and take it. I mean, the worst thing that happens, you walk and you bring Chu to the plate. Does he want to face the left-hander?
Clint Hurdle's going over that same line of thinking in the Pirates dugout. They've got the left-hander up and ready in the Pirates bullpen.
They're going at it. They know this guy, it's only his 4th start. Been coming out of the bullpen for the most part this year. See what they go with here.
Fastball and a good one, but Marson
now that's
took
one
it.
I wouldn't take. If I'm a hitter, you've got a 3-1 count. You should be sitting fastball and looking for it. He gets it and takes it. That is a great pitch to drive right there, and he took it. That's one you don't want to spot the pitcher there. If it was a breaking ball, I could see him taking it. But as a fastball, you got to get after that as a hitter.
And the 3-2. Fastball in off the plate for ball 4. He didn't miss by much, but he did go in off the dish. And so 2 on with 1 out, and decision time now for Pirates manager Clint Hurdle.
Well, he was not going to let him extend. You can see the movement. It was a ball, and I give Lou credit. He didn't chase it. So now he walks. Now Chu has the opportunity at first and third, and here comes Ray Searage.
Yeah, they talked about it down there in that dugout. Clint Hurdle and Searage went back and forth a couple of times. Now Shin-Soo Choo is 0 for 2 today. 0 for 10 in the series. Even though they had the bullpen up, they may not want to go this early to the bullpen, but you have to wonder the thinking for Clint Hurdle. You've got this guy up. Specifically, you'd have to believe for this hitter. And knowing full well that Chu has hit $176 against left-handed pitching and over 300 against righties.
And he may feel that this guy can get the ground ball for a double play. I'm not sure. Chu has seen 5 pitches today. All have been strikes, and he's 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up.
Lincoln fires, and Chu rifles it to right field. Back is Presley. It's over his head. Scoring is Damon. Marson coming around third. He'll be waved home. The throw to the plate, cut off. Shin-Soo Choo breaks his slump with a 2-run double to left. And the Indians go back in front 4-3. That stops an 0 for 12 slump for Shin-Soo Choo.
Yeah, and he smokes this ball to left field. I mean, stayed on it beautifully. As Presley goes back, he may have gotten leather on it. I'm not sure. It looked like he did. But it ricochets off the wall and goes past him. Once he gets past him, Marson's going to come in from first. And I think Clint Hurdle left him in 1 hitter too long. Because the Indians come back, and now they take a 4-3 lead, and a big hit there by Chu.
So the Tribe has the lead. Chu gets a big knock in the clutch, and the Pirates go to their bullpen. It's 4-3 Cleveland in the fourth. Lou Marson coming all the way around to score from first on the two-run double by Shin-Soo Choo. And the new Pittsburgh pitcher, his left-hander Tony Watson, coming on for the 29th time this year. He worked a scoreless seventh inning Friday night here against the Indians. He has 28 inherited runners coming into today, so add one more to that. Tied for third most in the majors coming into today.
Well, yeah, not afraid to bring him in with with men on base, but he's a hitter late.
Well, we talked about it. We didn't second guess. You got the guy up. You think that's the hitter you want him to face.
Well, he had his feeling, and he was going to leave him in for one more hitter, and Chu comes up big.
As Dribble Cabrera base hit in the third. 1 for 2 today. And Chu 3 for 7 in the series. Popped him up. First baseman Casey McGee. 2 down. Jimmy Hanlon and Tee It Up Ohio is giving you a chance to play the Firestone South Course 1 month before Tiger, Rory, and Phil play the Bridgestone Invitational. 1 day only, July 2nd, and proceeds will benefit the First Tee program. Register by visiting stohd.com. Playing slots are going fast now. Don't delay. Jason Kipnis 2 for 2. He homered in the first. Base hit his last time up. Watson trying to strand that runner at second base. The 0-1 to Kipnis. Just missed with it. Boy, he got a good arm, 95 miles an hour, and he's slinging it over the outside corner. Making it tough on the left-handers. That's in the dirt. Good block by McHenry. And now heading to third, and in safely is Chu. It'll be a wild pitch. Chu wasn't sure because, as you've always said, you've got to be sure when you're going to third base. Yeah, I'm going to make the last out there.
Sometimes you're not sure how far it gets away from the catcher, and then when you do pick it up, he started late, but the catcher just felt, I'm not going to make the throw. I don't want to throw it away. So he had time to get over there. But you're right, you have to make sure because you are in scoring position.
Got a piece, stays alive. That was just the first wild pitch this year for Watson. Runner at third, 2 down, a 2-2 count on Kipnis. Tribe on top now 4-3 with 2 runs in here in the fourth. Pop to center. McCutcheon is in to make the grab, and the inning is over. But Shin-Soo Choo delivers with a 2-run double, and the Indians are back on top 4-3. Northeast Ohio, by Levin's, home of the Sealy Posturepedic mattress, made right here in Northeast Ohio, and by Kia. I feel like running and jumping into that fountain right about now. Warm and humid in downtown Cleveland here today. 4-3, Indians lead it. 5th inning. Michael McHenry will lead off for the Bucks, and then Alex Presley and Neil Walker. McHenry called out on strikes his first time up. It's raining up in Detroit. Tigers Rockies in a rain delay where Detroit has a 4-0 lead in that game. Fouled off over into the Indians dugout. Cardinals and Royals underway in St. Louis. No score in the first inning. Milwaukee out to a 1-0 lead over Minnesota there in the second at Target Field. Hard hit bouncer to third, but Hanahan right there to grab it and throw him out. Game recap brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Jason Kipnis with a solo blast in the first. Indians build a 2-0 lead, but Pedro Alvarez, taking advantage of an error by the Indians that kept the inning alive, hit a 3-run homer to put Pittsburgh in front. And Shin-Soo Choo brings the Indians right back with a 2-run double. 4-3 Cleveland now here in the fifth. Find out about 30 Toyota offers available now at buyatoyota.com. Alex Presley 0 for 2 groundouts today. Presley 1 for 12 in the series. That one hit was a home run yesterday. Thinking about our AT&T trivia question today, the four sets of fathers and sons who played for the Indians since
come to mind.
1960. Redbird did some research that came up with an interesting nugget with the Indians playing the Pirates this weekend on Father's Day in particular, as the 1-2 is a little bit high. The last Pirate to hit for the cycle was Darrell Ward, May 26, 2004. His father, Gary Ward, also hit for the cycle. They're the only father-son combo to hit for the cycle.
Oh, yeah?
Gus Bell and David Bell also hit for the cycle.
Grandfather and
He's not 100% sure, but he thinks they're the only grandfather-grandson combo to hit for the cycle.
Well, you got to check out the Boone family, because they, had the grandfather, grandson, obviously, with Ray Boone and the Boone family.
Brett and Aaron, yeah. Do you have the all four combos?
No, I don't have all four. I forgot all of it.
I think I've got three, but the fourth one, I'm just maybe not thinking of somebody. Missed outside, full count. Now the 3-2. That's hit pretty well.
Yes,
deep right center.
Is.
Back is Choo, and it's gone. And we're back to even. Alex Presley, 2 hits in the series. Both have left the yard. Gives him 5 on the season. That is the power alley today. You hit it to right center with just enough lift. There's enough breeze that it's going to shoot it out of here.
Yeah, they just can't maintain the lead here and keep it up. It's a high sinker out over the plate, and he drills it. You get a good piece of the baseball and put it in play, and it's got a good chance to get out of here. You don't have to be a home run hitter, so we are back to even, 4-4. Pittsburgh with the long ball, 4 yesterday, 2 today.
Neil Walker, 1 out of 2. And Neil Walker's looking at a 3-0 count now with 1 down in the 5th. That caught the corner, 3-1. Man, he walked him. So a 1-out walk brings up Andrew McCutcheon, and we'll get the answer to the trivia question. 4 father-son combos since 1960 have played for the Indians. Now you got Buddy and David Bell.
Right.
Shelley and
Franconis.
Dave Duggan. Tito and Terry Francona.
Wow. I did not realize that. Carry on. Carry on, my wayward son.
Mark Carrion and his dad, Cam. I remember Mark Carrion briefly playing for the Indians.
I do, too. I didn't know his dad played.
That's a good one. Esmail Rogers getting up in the Indians' bullpen. McCutchen lines it. Fair ball right on the chalk down the left field line. And a fan reached out and touched the ball.
Yes, it did.
So that'll keep Walker at third, and McCutchen's into second with a double.
Boy, that hit chalk, didn't it? I mean, right on the line.
Right on it.
Ditka had to get out of the way. He did his job, but a fan reaches over and touched it. So now after the walk, a double, breaking ball out over the plate, and watch it hit chalk. Coming down oh so close, right on line. Boom, it did too. Boy, Culbreth had he was right on the line. He had a perfect view of it. So a ground rule double. Now the Pirates with a chance to take the lead. They'll intentionally walk Jones. So back comes Pittsburgh. It's going to be one of those Sundays on Father's Day.
Now they're going to pitch to Casey McGee, who has had a big series for Pittsburgh. 5 hits, a home run, reached on an error. He's the guy that it was his bouncing ball that kept that 4th inning alive when Asdrubal Cabrera made the errant throw to first, and then Pedro Alvarez hit the 3-run homer. And away we go with Casey McGee at the bat, and the base is loaded with 1 out.
And this guy has been swinging a hot bat. 4 multi-hit games in his last 5. He got up his first at bat and got a base hit, so he's looking to make it 5 out of 6. And the Indians thinking something else. They're looking for the ground ball double play. We'll see if Gomez has it in that arm to get him to hit one on the ground.
And it's ball 1. Eight ground ball outs today for Gomez. McGee taking a strike. Gomez delivers. Hot smash to short. Cabrera kicks it to Kipnis. It rolls past him, and 2 runs are going to score. And the Pirates regain the lead.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are witnessing something that you rarely ever see, and that's Cabrera not only making an error, but how about 2? It's a tailor-made double play ball for Gomez to get out of the inning. And then all of a sudden, it looked like it gets a little bare hand before it gets in his glove, and he can't flip it, so he tries to slap it. See, it got the finger into the glove. That's how close it was. And then he tried to slap it, and he does. He slaps it by Kipnis. And, oh, boy, what an ugly inning. And Gomez has just been out there today, a victim of bad defense. What else can you say?
They're going to give him 2 errors?
Double error.
I was going to say, Rick, you could almost do that.
You certainly can. So he has 3 on the day. Ouch.
Back in the fourth inning. Inning should have been over, but Asdrubal Cabrera's throw, trying to avoid the big frame of Garrett Jones, kept the inning alive, and Pedro Alvarez capitalized, hitting a 3-run homer.
Boy, they're out of the inning on a double play ball. Yeah, that was just wide left. Nothing he could do about it. It tipped his finger before it went into his glove. And after it deflected away, he tried to slap it with his bare hand. Kipnis was on the run trying to get there and could never get it. That's a 3-error game for Asdrubal Cabrera, and I'll tell you, that's disappointing because Gomez was out of the inning. And there should have been a tie game. Now they add 2, and there's 2 more out there still left.
Esmail Rogers on for the 3rd time. He'll be facing Pedro Alvarez, who hit a 3-run homer his last time up. Rogers can rush it up there in the mid to upper 90s. And he starts Alvarez off with a breaking ball. Rogers, who pitched with the Colorado Rockies, so he's done his time in the National League.
Oops.
Alvarez drills it deep right, and it is gone. His second 3-run homer of the game, and his 4th home run in the last 2 days. Wow. What a
this
series
looks like
for
home,
Alvarez.
This looks like home run derby for him. I mean, he just went down and smoked it.
Well, you keep throwing him down and in.
Yeah.
He's going to keep hitting them out.
I think someone better change the scouting report on this guy. Because, watch this, it's a heater down in the zone, and I mean drop the head and smoke it. Right down the line into fair territory. So those 2 runs, 8 of them will be charged to Gomez. And then the 1 right now to Rogers. He's having some kind of series.
Well, how about this? It's the 4th time he's had a multi-home run game in his career. The other 2 times were also back-to-backs.
Huh.
Did it against Milwaukee. My goodness.
A pair of 3-run homers. That's a good week.
Back-to-back games, the Pirates have scored 9 runs. Wow, this crowd is stunned.
It took the air right out of them, didn't it? I mean, it's like they are shocked. 3 runs in the 4th, and they've dropped 6 runs here in the 5th. And all because of the Indians' defense.
Our Ford highlight reel brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Pedro Alvarez.
Pedro Alvarez, just keep saying that. You go back-to-back days where he has had back-to-back home runs, a pair of 3-run homers this afternoon.
New career high in RBIs for Alvarez with 6. Well, we talked about it before, about, he was their number 1 pick. He was their guy. And there are people close to the Pirates organization. I won't say that they're necessarily members of the organization, but there were people who were talking about this kid as he's the new Willie Stargell. I mean, those kind of expectations are crazy for a young player, but that's the kind of potential they think he has.
Well, in his last 2 games here, he has 8 plate appearances, 4 homers, a walk, and he's seen 21 pitches.
Knocked her out.
Yeah, well, yeah. She says, wake her up when it's time to go.
Clint Barmas, the 9th man to bat in the inning. Liner to short, caught by Cabrera. Well, a rough day for Asdrubal defensively. 3 errors for the Tribe shortstop, and the Pirates are rolling. For Pittsburgh as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. For the Indians now, Jose Lopez, Michael Brantley, Jack Hanahan. Lopez 0 for 2. Tony Watson, the left-hander, stays on. Misses outside. It's a strike called just above the belt. Pop back.
Send along some birthday wishes. Bob Warner of Cambridge is turning 83. Betty Landers is 80 from Bay Village. And Joe and Posey Ciani of Copley are celebrating their 73rd anniversary.
Lopez with a liner to right field, coming in and sliding to make the catch is Garrett Jones, 1 away.
Well, Jones out there plays awfully deep. This ball, the liner stayed up. Goes into the slide, but out number 1 here in the 5th.
That's going to bring up Michael Brantley 0 for 2. Fly deep center his last time up. One more birthday wish. Sam Mullinex here with his dad Michael, celebrating his 9th birthday at the ballpark. We know Sam has his Indians gear on. Unfortunately, his dad is wearing the Pirates gear, so
oh yeah,
hopefully his dad won't be rubbing it in at this moment. 2-1 the count for Brantley. That's popped out of play. Here's another young fan who's been put to sleep by these Pirates bats. In this 5th inning, the Bucks scoring 6 runs.
He's got a nice seat, man. That's
Sure
the
does,
backpack.
though, yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That's high. That's the high life right there.
Brantley flips it over there to left field. Presley makes the grab, 2 down.
Well, buy your tickets early and save on seats for fireworks on July 3rd. You can celebrate the 4th of July with great baseball against the Angels of Los Angeles and fireworks set to your favorite patriotic music. Go to Indians.com.
Hanahan lost the barrel of the bat, and it goes all the way back to the backstop. She almost had herself a souvenir right in her lap.
A good thing that screen's in front of you. Look at her. She's talking. They're sitting over. Hey, do you think you can hold on to that one again for a little while longer?
Would you pose for a picture, please?
Well, you go pick it up and you pretend you didn't hear it and refocus.
And Watson fires off the end of the bat, squib down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Hanahan will turn, and he'll hold with a long 2-out single. And so for Jack Hanahan, that stops an 0 for 16 slump. Just dropped it in right off the end of the bat.
That's another 2-out base hit. It seems like, let me see, 1, 3, 4, 5 of them with 2 outs.
Johnny Damon's 2-out opposite field bloop single led to an Indians run back in the 2nd inning. He'll bat here with Hanahan aboard and 2 down. Damon 2 for 2 on the day, a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. Damon was trying to bunt his way aboard for a base hit, but it's fouled back in the count 0-2. Trying to catch him napping. One ball, 2 strikes. Jared Hughes, who worked yesterday in the game, loosening for Pittsburgh. The 1-2. Got him looking. That'll end the inning. 5 complete. Pittsburgh 9, Cleveland 4.
Extreme Fan Zone with David and Michael. And we're here for Father's Day. These guys are my $25 Indians Fun Money winner. You can be a winner too. All you have to do is buy tickets to sit out here in the Subway Extreme Fan Zone. Guys, how's the view? How's the game from out here?
Oh, we love it up here. We got a nice breeze today, a little bit of cloud, so not too much sun.
Michael, you having a good time?
Yes.
Absolutely. Again, you can be a winner too. Buy tickets to sit out here in the Subway Extreme Fan Zone. Subway, where winners eat. Matt, Rick, we'll send it back over to you guys.
9-4 Pittsburgh as we go to the 6th inning. Pirates batted around in the 5th, scoring 6 times to take command of the game. Michael McHenry will lead it off, then Alex Presley and Neil Walker. Foul tipped, 1-2. That's out of play. Esmiel Rogers came on to face Pedro Alvarez and gave up a 3-run homer. Breaking ball down low. 2-2 the count. Now the payoff pitch to the Pirates catcher, Michael McHenry. Hit in the air to right field. Chu on the move. 1 down. Thursday night at Cleveland Browns Stadium, parents who coach football will have the opportunity to learn everything from strength and conditioning tips to preparing kids for college football. Experts include the Cleveland Browns staff, college head coaches, and many more. Register today at clevelandbrowns.com for the Parents Football Clinic. Now Alex Presley homered his last time up. His solo home run started the scoring in the 5th inning.
Yeah, his second home run in as many days. The Pirates with 4 yesterday, 3 today.
Scooped and nicely flipped for out number 2 by Casey Kochman. This will mark only the second time this year that the Indians have given up 9 or more runs in back-to-back games. And the only other time it happened was when they were swept in Chicago and they gave up 9, 14, and 12 in consecutive days in that series.
Well, take into consideration, although today was the errors, it's just a bad day, the worst day Asdrubal Cabrera I think has ever had as a defender. But this is the Tigers coming in that were last in the league in runs scoring. This is a team that's
Pirates.
not, I mean, excuse me, the Pirates.
Yeah.
They come in, you know, with batting average. It's a team that shouldn't happen.
The White Sox, you can see it in that ballpark.
Capabilities,
the
yeah,
you
they
can
were
see
hot.
it
They were hot as I've ever seen them. But This is a Pirate team that, no, they're built on, if they get 4 runs, they're looking to win a ball game. But when you give up back-to-back days where they have 9 runs, you've got no chance because they're pitching. They're built with their pitching. You were facing a guy today that's not a legitimate starter. He's been out of the bullpen, Brad Lincoln, although they were able to get to him, but they couldn't hold him down. It's been a one-man wrecking crew by Alvarez. Ouch.
They got him on the back foot.
Sure did.
Neil Walker will take his base. Well, you talk about Pittsburgh offensively, Rick. This is only the 1, 2, 3. This is only the 4th time this year they've scored 9 runs or more in a game. 4th time this year.
All right, twice.
And this is back to back.
Right.
The only other time they did it was back on April 30th in Atlanta. They won 9-3. And they did it against the Cubs. They beat them 10-4 on May 27th. Andrew McCutchen, 2 hits on the day, a single, doubled, scored a run. McCutchen has bumped his batting average to .328. Started the day 6th in the National League in batting average. Trailing Carlos Gonzalez of the Rockies, David Wright of the Mets, Joey Votto of Cincinnati, Carlos Ruiz of Philly, and Melky Cabrera of San Francisco. The 1-1 hit in the air, right field. Shin-Soo Choo makes the catch to end the inning. Head to the bottom of the 6th, 9-4 Pittsburgh. One of the bottom of the 6th inning. Is he sporting a Pirates hat and a Cleveland shirt?
It looks like that, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I'm not sure which way he wants to go yet. Jared Hughes coming on to work the 6th inning for Pittsburgh. Take over for Tony Watson. Casey Kochman, a foul ball.
Hughes pitched in yesterday's ball game, went an inning and a third, and he walked one. The rest were zeros.
Kochman, an RBI single in the second, bounced out his last time up. Down low. Two balls, two strikes for Kochman. He'll be followed by Lou Marson and then Shin-Soo Choo here in the sixth. Drive down 5 runs. Slowly chopped towards second base. Walker with the backhanded flip for out number 1. For every home run hit by the Indians this year, Rick and I are donating $5, and Great Clips is donating $50 to the Gathering Place. And our season total so far with the home run hit today by Jason Kipnis takes us to $3,180. Great needs, great deeds, Great Clips. Well, hopefully somehow the rain that is just off to the west of us breaks up before it gets to downtown Cleveland, because they're still in a rain delay in Detroit.
That looks a little shaky out here.
Yeah.
When you look down the left field line and out towards the lake.
(9-4), Pirates lead it in the bottom of the sixth. Lou Marson singled in the second inning, walked and scored back in the fourth. Got to tip your cap to Lou, who was languishing below the 100 mark in terms of batting average with very limited playing time, but he has got some consistent at bats when Santana went down. Then he has strung that together.
Yes, he
to
has.
pump his batting average up to 259.
He's been on base twice today. The last time he had a 3-1 pitch to man on third base. He took it and ended up drawing the walk and then scored on the Choo double where the Indians had the lead at that point. And
He
another
walks
walk.
again.
He's been on all 3 times today.
Can't ask for anything more from your number 9 hitter. Shin-Soo Choo's 2-run double in the fourth put the Indians on top momentarily. He charged one the other way just over the outstretched reach of Alex Presley in left field. Choo hits one right back to the mound. They go to second for one, on to first. A nice job of hanging on to the ball by Casey McGee, and it's a double play to end the inning. 6 in the books. Pittsburgh 9, Cleveland 4.
Sugardale Dollar Dog night last night. Don't worry, you've got your chance Thursday, July 5th. We'll have those dollar hot dogs back here at the ballpark. If you don't have your tickets, get them now. The earlier you get them, the more you can save and use on those hot dogs. And if you've been thinking about season tickets, well, we still have great seats left. Really good packages. You can log on to Indians.com/season tickets and check out all those deals. Matt, Rick, we'll send it back up to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Katie. Indians down 9-4. Seventh inning. And for Pittsburgh, it will be their 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Lifted in the air to left field. And that's out number 1. Casey McGee is 1 for 3 today. But he has scored a couple of runs, you see there. Reaching thanks to the defensive miscues today by Asdrubal Cabrera.
This guy both times, back in the 4th and the 5th, hit it to Cabrera. I'd venture to say this will be the only time you ever see Cabrera have a day like that where you have 3 errors in one game. I remember here back when this ballpark first opened, and Omar Vizquel was the shortstop. It was against the Kansas City Royals, and he had 3 errors in a game. And I said at that time, you'll never see that again, and you never did.
If I remember right, wasn't one of the Omars a pop-up that he just dropped?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, it was. That was one of them. And you won't see this guy. His hands are, they're as good as they get. On that double play ball, that ball ticked his bare hand as he had it near the glove to where he was going to flip it over to Kipnis to get out of that inning, and it deflected off his glove, and then he tried to slap it that way.
And that's a rare deal. You don't very rarely do you ever see a guy get charged with 2 errors in one play. It's
right.
It's not an everyday occurrence.
But, it was the right call.
Strikes out McGee, 2 down. This was the play in that 4th inning. Well, this was the first error, the throw that was wide of the mark. But then in the 5th,
McGee hit the same one. You see that? It was not fielding the first one and then slapping it past again because they came around to score. So it's first not getting the force out at second base, and then when he slapped it by Kipnis because the guy came around to score was a second error. So it was the right call, but just a rough afternoon for Asdrubal. There's nothing else you can say. And in both those innings, Gomez should have been out. This guy, walk him.
Off
please.
The wall in left field. Pedro Alvarez will never want to leave Cleveland.
Fans are starting to clap for this guy now.
He has hit 3 straight bullets in this game here today.
Well, the one thing, at least they made him use the big part of the park. There's the first one today. Down. Rockets it in. The second one was a 3-pointer. They're both 3-pointers. Now you're facing with nobody on, and he gets Rogers to go to left center or left field off the wall. Well, you talk about being locked in. 4 homers and a double in the last 2 games.
Yeah, he didn't miss by much from hitting another home run. Matt Haig, 1 out of 3 with a single back in the 4th inning. And the 2-0 pitch is fouled back over the screen. In addition to a career-high 6 runs batted in today, Alvarez also has a career-high with 3 extra base hits in one game. So, as I said, he's not going to want to leave after the career day he's had this afternoon.
As a matter of fact, they're busing back to Pittsburgh after the game. He may miss the bus and just sit out here for a while in the ballpark. Take some extra batting practice after the game. He loves it here.
You said he was going to drive the bus.
No.
The way he swung the bat.
No, he's not driving. They're going to send him a limousine to get a ride home. Either that or we're going to send him a limousine to get him out of town.
Well, and you know what? Again, I go back to what we talked about with Neil Huntington, the Pirates GM, before the game. We ran into him just outside of our broadcast booth. Haig strikes out. We'll talk more about that. Alvarez has been aggressive, though. He has been aggressive swinging at pitches early in the counts, and that's led to his success. Pirates on top 9-4. And time now for the 7th inning stretch. And here at the ballpark today, Danielle Danberg will be singing God Bless America. And the 7th inning stretch is brought to you by the Cleveland Clinic. Join the free walking program. Visit letsmoveit.org for more information. (9-4) Pittsburgh, bottom of the 7th inning as we get a look in from our Panini's camera. Get overstuffed at Panini's Bar and Grill. As Dribble Cabrera, slow roller, 1 away. Let's go back to the Hyundai Studios for an in-game update. Here's Al Pawlowski.
Hey, Matt, the Yankees, they're red hot. They've won 8 straight, and Curtis Granderson just broke a 1-1 tie here in the top of the 5th inning, his 21st home run of the season. Yankees lead the Nationals in Washington. It's 2-1 now as they're in the 6th inning. Matt, back to you.
Thanks, Al. So we were talking about Alvarez and the success he's had in the last 2 days. He's gone three pitches deep is the most he's gone in at bat. So
it's being aggressive.
And Neil Huntington said, at times they felt he's been too passive at the plate, maybe taken too many good pitches. But here today, he's taken their advice to heart, and he's gotten after it early in the counts. And when he has had his pitch, he hasn't missed it.
Right. He's leveled it every time.
Just like that. That's a smash by Kipnis. And he's got 3 hits today for the Indians.
Well, here's one right on the nose by Jason. The Indians now with 10 hits on the afternoon. A couple of doubles, a home run.
Jose Lopez 0 for 3, lined out to right his last time up. Now they're back playing in Detroit. Bottom of the 4th, Rockies and Tigers. Detroit leading 4-0. That rain delay lasting probably close to an hour, if not longer. Runner goes. Kipnis takes off, and on a slow chopper to short. Nice play by Barmas to pick it and throw out Lopez. 2 down. As promised earlier, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. Father's Day here at the ball yard. And lots of folks out here enjoying the festivities with their kids.
You're not careful, he'll get you that way. Oh.
I'm sure there's some kids making their first trip to the ballpark with Dad.
Yeah.
Here today.
Well, hopefully some of them will stay around and play catch on the field with Dad after this ball game.
Well, it's one of those 2 deals, too. Win, lose, or draw. You'd never forget your first trip to the ballpark. So for all those who are here on their first time, I'm sure they'll have a ball and memories that they won't soon forget. Michael Brantley 0 for 3, and I'm sure you were the same way. The first time you saw a big league ballpark, no matter how old you were, you're not really prepared for how big it is in person.
Yeah, that's true. Mine was Forbes Field in Pittsburgh.
And how old were you?
I was in 3rd grade. However old you are then.
And that's a big ballpark.
That used to be in left center
ballpark.
field with the big scoreboard. Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Now the 1-0.
What are you laughing? Because I was 15 in 3rd grade? Is that what you're laughing at?
Oh, boy. Another left-hander up in the Pirates bullpen.
Well, you know those boys on the headset, they're not going to let you slide with that one.
Exactly. You left the door open for them.
Yes, I sure did. They got to have some fun, too.
Brantley lines one, fair ball down the left field line. That's going to bring home Jason Kipnis. Brantley on his way to second. He'll go in standing with an RBI 2-out double. Brantley's 31st run batted in on the year. His 18th double. And Jason Kipnis has scored a pair of runs for the Indians today. They trail it now 9-5.
There you go. Just a little sinker, stay on it, down and away. And peck away and peck away. You've got Hanahan up. You get this guy in from second base. There's still some ball game left. They're only down 4.
Ray Searage, the pitching coach, going to come out here. Jack Hanahan, a base hit his last time up. Takes a look at ball one down low. Michael Brantley, the runner at second base, drive down 4 runs. They've out-hit the Pirates now 11-9 in the game. Downstairs in the dirt. Kansas City leading St. Louis 1-0. They're in the 5th at Busch Stadium. White Sox in action a little less than an hour out in Los Angeles against the Dodgers. The 2-0. Caught the corner. Two balls and a strike. Indians down 4, trying to cut into this Pirates lead. Out of play. Brantley with the RBI double to get the Indians a run closer. Boy, if Hanahan could get into one, cut the gap to a couple of runs here in the last 2 innings, then definitely still feel like you've got a shot. And the 2-2 to Hanahan. Driven in the air to left. Playable, though, for Presley. And the inning is over. Tribe gets a run closer. We'll go to the 8th, 9-5 Pittsburgh.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Cleveland Indians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Indians.
(9-5) Pittsburgh. 8th inning. Jeremy Accardo coming on to work now for Cleveland. He'll be facing Clint Barmas, Michael McHenry, and Alex Presley. Barmas takes a strike 0 for 3 today. 0 for 7 in the series. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Accardo trying to put him away. Misses down low. 2-2. Indians and Reds tomorrow night here at Progressive Field. Derek Lowe, Matt Latos. 7 o'clock first pitch. We'll have it for you on Sports Time Ohio. Out of play. 3-game series between the Indians and Reds. Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night to wrap up the homestand. Derek Lowe and Dusty Baker certainly had their public dust-up last weekend, or last week, I should say, in Cincinnati. Strikeout here, 1 away. Box score brought to you by your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers who invite you to see the 2012 Sonata. Visit NorthernOhioHyundaiDealers.com today. Well, it's a career day for Pedro Alvarez, and that's pretty much the story for Pittsburgh. 2 home runs, a career best 6 runs batted in, and a career best 3 extra base hits.
And every time he had an opportunity, he came up after the error and made the Indians pay. The extra
Dearly.
out in the 4th inning, he added 3 runs, and then another one, a double play ball that wasn't turned, and then another 3-run homer. So it was just he made the Indians defense pay today. And Gomez couldn't pick up his his defense when given the opportunity. And then Rogers gave up the last home run.
The 1-1. Right back to the screen. There's no telling what the future holds in terms of interleague scheduling for the Indians and the Pirates.
Right.
It's become a pretty good little rivalry. I mean, they're dead even. Pittsburgh wins today. They take the all-time lead in the series, 17-16. But with the new format, with the unbalanced teams in the leagues, there's going to be an interleague series all the time throughout the entire season next year. So we could have an interleague series in April. We could have one in September.
Right.
Who knows? We'll have to wait
right.
until the schedule comes out.
And who knows? I don't think we'll see Cincinnati home and home again. Do you?
I don't
with
know.
With that series, I wouldn't think so.
It's hard to know how they're going to figure it all out.
We'll find out late in the year because the scheduling doesn't come out until almost September, I think, for next year.
You figure you'll still have the same amount of series.
18 games, right.
Accardo loses McHenry, the number 9 hitter. 1-out walk. But let's face it, I mean, the guys who sell the tickets in Pittsburgh and, of course, here in Cleveland, they love to have these series between these teams on weekends in the height of summer because that's going to be your big draw.
We had, over 30 Friday and Saturday and a little over 27,000 today.
27,388 our attendance today. Right back to the mound. Accardo goes to second. There's one. And Cabrera completes the inning-ending double play. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 9-5 Pittsburgh. Bottom of the 8th inning. Pittsburgh goes back to their bullpen. Jason Grilli, the right-hander, will come on and work for the Bucks. Look at that, 1.82 ERA in his 26 appearances, 41 strikeouts, and just under 25 innings. Jose Tabata has come on now to play right field. Indians will send the bottom third of their order up here in the 8th inning. And Johnny Damon takes a called strike. Up high. Really fires and Damon fouls it back. Jason Grilli started his career with the Florida Marlins way back, made his major league debut in 2000. Spent the next couple of years in the minor leagues. And then the White Sox brought him up for just 8 appearances in 04. They were all starts. And then 05, just a handful of games out of the Tigers bullpen before he really stuck in 06. 51 games for Detroit in 2006, 57 the following year. Full count. And in 2008, he split the year between Detroit and Colorado. 09, he split between Colorado and Texas. 2010, he missed the whole year, and now he's bounced back with Pittsburgh. Damon drives it to deep right field. Back is Tabata, and he will make the catch in the middle of the warning track for out number 1. And a strike to Casey Kochman. In that 2006 year that he pitched for Detroit, he did not give up a run and allowed only 1 hit in his postseason appearances. Pitched 1 game in the Division Series, 2 in the LCS, 2 in the World Series, and allowed just 1 hit. Strike called. Kochman down on the count of 1-2. He tried to hold up, but he chased one. And Casey is out number 2. Lou Marson has had a good day at the plate with a walk and a couple of walks and a base hit. He's also scored a run. Takes a fastball for strike 1.
So Grilli out just pounding the strike zone. Getting ahead of the guys. He throws 94, 95 with a slider. There it is.
Yeah, and a good one for a strike. And just like that, he's ahead 0-2. Fastball bounced to first, and the Indians go 1-2-3. We'll go to the ninth. 9-5 Pittsburgh. (9-5) in favor of the Pirates as we go to the ninth inning. Father's Day and a birthday. 2 for the price of 1. But all Pittsburgh so far here today. And for the Pirates, there are 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up. Neil Walker, Andrew McCutchen, Garrett Jones. Swung on and missed. Walker walked and scored in the pivotal 6-run 5th inning for Pittsburgh. Popped out of play.
Here's their closer. He needs some work. He hasn't pitched in the series yet. Joel Hanrahan.
Rolled foul, first base side. Neil Walker's out looking. Ricardo gets the strikeout, his second. And one down for Andrew McCutchen. Now McCutchen with a couple of hits today. 4 in the series. At times, most of the time, he has been the Pirates' offense. If he doesn't get it going, they don't score. But he's found some help in this series, especially in the last 2 days.
Well, and no one man can do it in any offense. I don't care, because that's a guy you can always pitch around, but you certainly do need help. And he is an excellent player. I'm sure an all-star there again this year.
Nice play by Hanahan to throw out McCutchen. Got him by an eyelash down there at first. Jose Tabra. Getting his first at bat of the day. Took over defensively for Garrett Jones. Drives it deep down the right side. Chu on the move. Going to play it on the short hop. And Tabata into second base with a 2-out double. Casey McGee will get a chance to bat now.
That ball slicing away from Chu. He got over there, but it was not going to get to it. It short hops the wall. There's a third double for the Pirates this afternoon to go with their 3 homers. They have now 10 hits.
Ball 1 inside to McGee. Fouled it in and out of the glove of Lou Marson. And the count is now 1-2. McGee strikes out, lost the bat, ends the inning. Last chance for the Indians coming up when we come back. A 9-5 Pirates lead. Indians will have the top of the order, but they'll have to face Pittsburgh's closer, Joel Hanrahan. On for the 27th time, 3 wins, no losses, an ERA of .252. He has saved 17 out of 19. Shin-Soo Choo, as Drupal Cabrera and Jason Kipnis do up for the Indians. So not a save situation. Sometimes closers struggle in these non-save situations. We'll have to wait and see if Hanrahan gives the Indians an opening. Fastball down low, ball 1. Rain falling here at Progressive Field. And it's outside 2-0. Caught the corner. Tried to hold up, but he went around. And it's 2-2.
Got some good arms out of that Pittsburgh pen. That's a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. An easy 97 by Hanrahan.
Full count. And a high pop. Foul ground. Might be playable for Alvarez. He gives way to the shortstop. Barmas hasn't one away. So Choo runs the count full, but all he can do is pop one foul and slowly walk back to the dugout. One hit today for Choo. It did result in a 2-run double. And it stopped an 0 for 12 slump for him. But since then, an inning-ending double play and a foul out. As Drupal Cabrera, 1 out of 4 today. And a fastball strike. Stick around for the Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care post-game show. We'll have all the highlights. And we'll get you set up for the Indians and Reds, which comes your way tomorrow night at 7 o'clock right here on STO. Outside, he missed 2-1. There's a long drive, deep right field as Drupal Cabrera off the top of the fence. He's digging for 2. Here's the throw, close play, and he's out at second base. Oh my, what a day for his Drupal Cabrera. Talk about piling on. He hits one off the top of the fence, just missed hitting it out of here. And Tabata made a tremendous throw.
Well, you're coming out of the box, and he thinks he had a home run, so you don't go when you're down unless you know you can make it. The throw comes in, it's on line, and that's always made out of the batter's box. There's the tag, and he is out.
Jason Kipnis fouls it back. strikes him out to end the game. And the Pirates win the series, taking 2 out of 3 from the Indians by winning it today by a final score of 9-5. So the Pittsburgh Pirates come to Cleveland, and they win the last 2 to take the series. With that victory, Pittsburgh is now 34-31. The Indians fall to just a game above 500 now at 33-32. Winning pitcher. Did they give the win to Tony Watson?
I would
Tony
think so,
Watson.
yeah.
He did get the win for Pittsburgh. And the loser is Genmar Gomez. Genmar dropping to 4-6 now on the year. Time now for our play of the game, brought to you by KeyBank.
Well, let's go back to that 5th inning, and there's a big play here. Ground ball, double play ball to get out of the inning, and doesn't happen. Cabrera boots it the first time, slapped it past Kipnis the second time for a double errors, 2 score, and the next guy up, it's a 3-run homer. That did it for Gomez on the afternoon. Rogers came in to relieve his second 3-run homer of the game, and that's all it took right there. What an afternoon, or actually what a weekend Alvarez had. And that did it for the Indians.
Play of the game brought to you by KeyBank, the home of relationship rewards. Earn reward points, redeem for gifts. Final numbers: Pirates 9 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 5 left. For the Indians, 5 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors, 7 stranded. Time of the game, 3 hours, 27,388 the attendance. For Rick Manning, I'm Matt Underwood. Thanks for watching. The Conrad's postgame show is next.